Namaste everyone. Welcome back to my channel Abundant Love, or welcome to my channel Abundant Love if this is the first time you are viewing this content. I'm so very grateful that you chose to spend your time while viewing this video. Thank you again for coming here. So today I'm really excited because this is the first time I'm doing this type of reading. So please do leave a feedback. Today we are going to see which past lifetime um, is affecting you right now. Okay, what were the patterns that were generated, and how was it like for you in that past lifetime? And essentially, what are you carrying over in this lifetime as well? And the intent of the reading is to give you an increased awareness about your patterns so that you can work on them and release them when the time is right. Okay, so we have four options today. This blue Buddha is for option one or pile one, viewers. This tiny parrot is for option two or pile two, viewers. Then this yellow Buddha is for option three or pile three, viewers. Then this peacock is for option 4 or pile 4, viewers. Okay, so you can choose intuitively any option that resonates with you. Then you go to the video description. You will see there's a timestamp next to each option. Click on the timestamp. That is where your reading starts. Okay, you don't have to watch the whole video. Whichever option resonates with you, just click on the timestamp next to that option and see that reading. Anyways, it is going to be a timeless reading. Means you can come back even 6 months later or 1 year later. Probably you have different issues in life at that time, and you may want to check again if this is a different past life that is affecting you. Okay, guys, so let's get started. I'll see you in your choice of option or pile. Let me make a prayer. Dear gods, goddesses, archangels, angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, and all the positive forces of the universe, thank you so much for having us. Please put me and the viewers of this video in your shield of protection. Please help the viewers gain clarity, optimism, purpose, courage, and determined action towards a positive direction through this reading. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Lots of love. Okay, now we'll start. I'll put the other options aside. Okay. Welcome to your reading, my dear pile one or option one who chose this blue mini Buddha. So, welcome to your past life reading. Bear with me since this is the first time I'm doing such a type of reading. I have this past life oracle deck with me. So what we'll do today is I'll pull 6 cards from this deck, okay? And that will give us an idea of this particular past life that you were in. And then I'll pull cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot to see how it is affecting your present life at this point, in the sense like plus minus 2 years from now, okay? Let's see how it goes, and then if it's necessary I'll pull clarifiers, because like I said, I'm using this deck for the first time. So I may need clarifiers if things are not super clear. But do leave a comment, guys, on what resonated and what didn't, and any ideas, any creative ideas that you may have regarding like how to do a past life reading. What are the questions you would want to ask in a past life reading? Then we can do more of this. One, two, three, four, five. So one more card. One more card, Spirit, for option one or pile one viewers. You. Okay. So we'll keep this aside. And from the Rider-Waite Tarot, let us take now cards. I think I'll take 6 cards from here also, just to see how this particular lifetime is influencing your present life. What are the patterns that you are trapped in, or good things also that you inherited from your past life? If it is anything that you need to work on. Spirit. I I was like just called so strongly to do this reading. Like I couldn't even sleep last night. It is evening for me today when I'm doing this reading, but I was just super excited. I don't know why. I have had these cards for a while, but I guess the energies are different right now. Thank you. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 cards. Let us now see your past life cards first. Sorry, guys. I'm too excited on your behalf. Okay. Aha. Aha. Oh my God. Okay, let's see where to start. So your first card is Native American. Okay, for those of you who are viewing this. So Native American, you guys know, like probably your past life, this particular past life that is affecting you right now. In this particular past life, you were probably among the Red Indian tribe in the USA. Okay, I'm feeling very strongly. The Native American card usually shows it can be any indigenous tribe in any part of the world. But for you guys, I'm really feeling you were those either Red Indian guys in the Northern America, or yeah, some African American origin also I'm getting. Okay. Let me show you cards first. Then you got imprisonment or slavery, which is self-explanatory. That due to some reason, uh, maybe because yeah, there were other tribes, other racial tribes that came in and took over your tribe, and you were imprisoned and you were a bonded labor or a slave at that time, at that point of time. Then you also have health. Okay, so I think this trauma of being a slave or being imprisoned for a really long time affected your health. And in this lifetime, you may have health issues. I'm already getting that due to that, okay? Then you also have this card ships, which is interesting. Move this aside. So the ships card is saying in that lifetime, even though you were a slave, they probably made you work on the ships. So you got to travel from one port to another. Okay. Even though you did not get money for your work or anything, but they probably kept you in the ship. Oh God, for some of you, I'm seeing you were chained. Oh my God, oh my God. Like, yeah, you were chained in the neck and your hands, feet, and yeah, for some of you, you guys were chained like that in a ship. But still, sometimes you were allowed to go to the, you know, deck And then actually, that was your only moment of peace where you could at least be with nature. Okay. And you also gained some life experience in the sense when you were going from when the ship was stationed in one port, you were working there, you were meeting new people. Probably they were slaves also, but there was an exchange of culture, food, things like that. And that part also you did like, you cherished. Okay. Okay. Now let's see your other two cards: spirituality and religion, and the high priest or high priestess. Okay, so these two cards are like almost exactly saying the same thing, right? In your past life you had, even like as this, okay, okay, I see what is happening. This was before probably you were imprisoned. You were very connected to the divine, and probably after that also, which is why you could keep your sanity. You were highly spiritual in this lifetime because the high priest and high priestess shows somebody who is already connected. It's not necessarily your profession was something like a priest or something. No, it's not necessarily profession. You were very intuitive, very connected to the divine even at that time, and you were very thirsty for spiritual knowledge. But probably in those eras, spirituality meant religion. There was not too much difference. Okay. And maybe for that reason also, for some of you, I'm seeing, for most of you, it's like the slavery thing is coming out very clearly. But for some of you, I'm seeing because of your high knowledge, some people did not like you, and like they made sure that you got into trouble. The common people turned against you and you ended up being imprisoned. Okay. But for all of you, even after the imprisonment, you were still very strongly connected to the divine. Okay. And that is what kept you going. You did like complete the entire lifetime without self sabotaging or anything. But I think the health card is very important. It's showing that all those suppressed emotions had a toll on your health. Eventually, you passed away like that. Okay. So, this was your past lifetime. Now, let us see this, how it is affecting your present lifetime at this phase. And by phase, I mean like this time plus minus 2 years. So, total 5 years, maybe. Okay, how it is affecting. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, let me get another one of these. Sorry, guys. Just keep the cards are very fragile. For the past life oracle, they keep falling. Please don't fall, dear. I'm getting cold. Yeah, this was an intense lifetime, guys. The karma is being worked out now, but this was pretty intense. Let's see your how it's affecting your present lifetime. Okay, let me show you this card first. So you got the tower. I think the tower probably for most of you is saying that you have severe or chronic health issues, in the sense that they're going on for years or months, and you guys feel restricted due to your health. You cannot even socialize properly due to your health issues. And subconsciously, it is affecting every aspect of your life, okay? Your career life, your social life, your relationship with your partner. Um, I think in this lifetime also, there has been a tower moment. Like the tower card shows something which was not built on strong foundation in the first place. So at one point of time, there was a very sudden, vigorous shaking up of that foundation and everything came off. So I think in the recent past, you may have gone through a tower moment where you were trying your best to keep everything together, okay? But since the foundation was not strong, everything came off eventually. Then you have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands again shows a heavy, heavy burden on your shoulders, on your neck. Again, I'm getting that same imagery because you guys used to be chained like animals. That's why you have this multiple points on your body where there's certain heaviness, like very much heaviness. You're probably taking painkillers and this thing and that, but they keep coming back. Yeah, for some of you, probably you are diagnosed with arthritis and all. But yeah, I don't even know the names of all diseases, guys, but diseases that make you feel intense pain at certain joints of your body. That is what I'm getting because you guys were chained heavily, right? For those of you whose health, because you're younger still and your health is more or less stable, you feel like the burden of the world on your shoulders, especially after that tower moment. I think this at this point you're feeling that you have to achieve a lot in a short time, but you're burnt out. You do not have enough resources. You want help, but you don't know who to ask for. That is what is happening. You also have the Seven of Wands, okay, which shows that you are very, very sensitive to criticism and you are subjected to criticism also. Because whenever it is that you want to do something, people around you will not encourage you. They'll try to find faults first with that plan, and that makes you very sensitive, I would say. Okay, you are like, you don't want to, like, you have stopped yourself number of times from doing even small things because you knew you would be criticized. Okay, you almost like convinced yourself, no, 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 there's no way I'm going to be able to do that because then again I'll have to do all this explanation and all that. So this is again a subconscious fear of being imprisoned or of being enslaved again. It is not conscious. In this lifetime, you're not thinking that, oh, they'll make me a slave. No. But subconsciously, similar fear is getting transformed. Okay. That fear that you had of being like, which actually happened, that you were like a slave for the rest of your life till your death. That fear is there. And that fear in this lifetime stopping you wherever people don't agree with you. There you do not want to tread. Even if there are lucrative opportunities, you are like, there's no way I'm going to work through criticism. You're very, very sensitive, and I can imagine why. I'm feeling all those heaviness in every joint in my body right now, okay? Now we'll come to the good part, okay? So this was how past life trauma was affecting you or is affecting you still. The tower I can see has already happened where everything crumbled and you are now rebuilding again. That I'm seeing. And that power to rebuild is also coming because you were the high priest or high priestess in the past life. Very, very connected to the divine. That is a gift you have carried in this lifetime also. So that gives you tremendous internal strength and courage, okay? And you are set for a new beginning right now. I think this reading is important for you. Oh my God, yeah. Your spirit guides are dancing. I'm actually seeing them dancing, okay? I'm not going to dance. Yeah, they are like in that mode. They're saying this past life pattern is almost released, like 99% released. Probably 1% is there and they're helping you because you got this Two of Pentacles card, okay? The Two of Pentacles is now helping you find balance. Even though you went through this tower moment, you had so much burden, you were subjected to criticism, but now your spirit guides are slowly showing how to balance all this external resistance and your internal conviction. Okay, that is what I'm seeing you guys coming into balance in your lives. And that is very inspiring, guys. And this is happening because of your connection with the divine. So keep connecting. Like you guys are so beautifully connected from your heart with the divine that you just have to think about your spirit guides and they are there helping you. Okay, so say affirmations out loud that I'm ready to put my life in balance. Thank you, spirit guides, for helping me put my life in balance. So next you have this beautiful, beautiful Fool energy. Okay, Fool in tarot is a beautiful card because it signifies new beginnings. All those heaviness of your past life has been washed off and you are really starting from a clean slate. Okay, and Fool also signifies a love for travel, which I think this ship card that was, even though you were imprisoned, and but even in that imprisoned life, that was your only enjoyment when you stationed at one port, met new people, ate different kinds of food, okay, whatever was given to you. But still, it was an exchange of culture, right? And I've seen that in the Fool, that yes, uh, you do not think so much about the heaviness anymore because you are feeling it yourself that okay, you now know how to handle that, even though it's there sometimes, but you have great inner conviction which your spirit guides are helping you with, and you are really ready for a new beginning. And probably this lifetime, in the next 2.5 years, you will be traveling, even if it is inside your country or inside your state. You will enjoy the nuances of going from one place to another, that I'm seeing, and that makes me so happy, guys. Yeah, I think it's your spirit guides channeling. And finally you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, because you were treated like that in a previous lifetime where you were poorest of the poor, you did not even get wages for your hard work. You were treated like worse than an animal, I would say. These days we don't even treat animals like that, right? So because of that, you are a very compassionate person in this lifetime. And whenever you see somebody suffering in front of you, subconsciously it triggers, uh, yeah, as if they are your own, and you cannot stop yourself from helping them. Yeah. And your spirit guides are encouraging you that the more you do that, help anybody in need of anything at that moment. You don't even have to plan, because, like I'm saying, you guys are like very naturally, organically from your heart connected to the divine. So you will know at the moment, okay, this person probably needs this, a sleeping bag. Let me give him a sleeping bag. Oh, this person probably has an itch. Let me give him a packet of biscuits. Oh, this animal seems to be cold. Let me call the animal shelter and get this animal somewhere safe. Like that. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. So yes, this particular past life that we just talked about was a difficult life for you, but you rose above that. You emerged as a winner even through the difficulties, because you were strongly connected to the divine. You gained a lot of knowledge about connecting with the spirit, which has been passed on even in this lifetime. And your love for travel also kept you positive. Okay. Yeah, that is all I'm seeing for you guys. And just remember, all the trauma of the past life is over right now. Right now you are really balancing everything. Your spirit guides are helping you. You are set for a new beginning. Whatever work you are going to do, that'll involve traveling from one place to another, and you will love it, okay? And just continue being compassionate. Like, continue doing for less fortunate beings, whether they are human beings or animals, birds, just continue serving them, okay? So that is all I have for you, my dear option one or pile one, who chose this, yeah, blue mini Buddha. Very, very intense reading, guys. Like, yeah, I just cannot express in words, but I'm so happy and I feel so proud to know you guys, that I'm honored that you guys are coming and seeing the reading, because, yeah, you rose above everything. Nothing could permanently scar you, and congratulations for that. So, if this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. Whatever you felt on hearing this, I'm very curious to know, guys. So do leave a comment in the comment section. Share it with your friends who are interested in similar content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next reading. Till then, lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay. Let me first put these cards back. Very intense, very intense, very beautiful. Plants. Spirit. Next. Welcome to your reading, my dear pile 2 or option 2 viewers. For those of you who chose this cute little parrot, so let's dive in. Uh, the way I'll do this, please bear with me because I'm doing this for the first time and I'm very excited. Pile 1, option 1 was intense, but at the same time, very beautiful. So, what I'm doing today is we are going to first see which past lifetime is affecting you right now, okay? And I'm going to take 6 cards from this past life oracle just to get an idea what this past life was like, what were the patterns, what were the blessings, what were the trauma, everything, okay? Or whatever comes through. And then I'll draw cards from the Rider Waite Tarot to see how that is affecting your present life at this point of time. And at this point, by this point, I mean like plus minus 2 years from now. So total, it's like 5 years. Like this year minus 2 years plus 2 years, like that. And then, yeah, so we'll see those cards in that sequence. And then, if required, I'll draw clarifiers also because I really don't know what's going to come up, show up. We'll see. Okay. Spirit, please help option 2 or pile 2 viewers know about this particular past lifetime and give them clarity about how it is affecting their present life, and if improvements are necessary, how they can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you got 7. You got 7 past life cards. Okay. I'll keep them all. Now I'll draw 6 cards from the Rider Waiter also. Regard. Oh my God. Regarding your present life. Yeah, I saw the card, and energies are very intense, guys. I was telling this to Pile 1 viewers also. Even though I had this past life oracle deck for a while, I could not do this reading before until last night. Like somebody just gave me a kick in the ass, like do this reading, and it was too late in the night. So I just did a reading for myself just to figure out. And yeah, it was intense, very intense. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more, no, 2 more cards, please. Spirit. Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, let us dive into your reading. Yeah, I'm just super excited. I don't know why. Let us see your past life cards first. Aha, aha, aha. Hmm. Oh, oh my God. This is something novel because you see, when I'm doing a reading, I'm requesting spirit to show you the past life that is affecting you right now. For you, it seems there are multiple past lives that are affecting you right now. Right now, in the sense, like I said, plus minus 2 years. Because you got 2 eras. One is the Greco-Roman. So, this past life, you were in the Greece or Rome, those regions, like in those surrounding European countries. And you also got the card of Atlantis. I don't know, guys, if you have heard about Atlantis. Some people would say Atlantis is mythology. But Atlantis was a time where, like, humans were more evolved. We were not humans like this right now. In the Greco-Roman era, we were. There was no technology or anything, but we were like this type of humans. But in the Atlantis period, humans were more like gods, okay? And there was really no evil. No evil, nobody would, harm or kill or anybody. And it was a super rich place, I think, almost like a portal. Everything was probably of gold, all the buildings, and everybody was happy. Everybody helped each other. Till like the very end, I think there was a massive corruption. Like corruption happened in a massive scale, and then people started betraying each other. And Yeah, that's how the whole thing ended. And I think, oh, yeah, I think ultimately people got drowned also. The whole city or the whole whatever area went under sea for the Atlantis, went under the Atlantic Ocean, I think. I'm not sure. Please Google the facts. I'm trying to say it from memory from what I've read. But again, I think these two location cards have popped up because in your lifetime in Atlantis, you were pretty evolved, right? Like I said, because the citizens were did not know hate and all that. But you were probably there when it ended. So that was a massive trauma you incurred. And that's why you had to take another lifetime. This trauma also keeps us trapped unless we release it. So some of you may have fear of water. Please leave a comment if you're afraid of water, if you're afraid of taking a boat ride. I know my father is. Yeah, he usually watches my tarot readings. So, for those of you who were actually there when Atlantis was being destructed or when it went underwater, yeah, you may have water phobia. You are not comfortable learning swimming or going for boat rides like that. Okay. Uh, Anyways, that trauma caused you to be born in the Greece Roman era, like where gladiator fights and all those used to happen. Sorry, guys, like I should have read a little bit of history before doing this reading. But yeah, I'm just channeling whatever pictures are flashing in front of my eyes, okay? The good part from this lifetime is you got this card, arts, okay? Probably, I think you got this huge love and talent for arts from this Greco Roman era because remember, or people still go to see that architecture, right? Yeah, you were a great lover of arts. It can be anything. It can be writing, it can be music, it can be architecture, it can be like, I'm not seeing, like, you may not be in these professions, but you can be just a lover of beautiful arts. You love beautiful carvings. You probably bring them home, try to decorate your space like that. Yeah. You see nuances of art that people around you don't really fathom. You know, yeah, you're very nuanced when it comes to arts. Probably that reflects in your lifestyle as well. You are very nuanced. Aha, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. Thinking which card to show first. Okay, let me show this. The spirituality and religion. Again, you were, I'll keep this in the middle of both. In the Greece or Rome, like we know it's like the seat of Christianity, especially Rome. The Pope is there, right? Uh, you were a very spiritual person, but at that point of time, you probably did not know the difference between spirituality and religion. So you followed a certain religion in the Greco-Roman era, right? In the Atlantis, there was nothing called a separate religion or anything. But yeah, in the Greco-Roman era, there was religion that you were following, but your approach was different, okay? You were mainly trying to connect to your spirit because you were also a very creative person. You were doing the arts and all. I don't know, like some of you, I'm almost seeing like Michelangelo and all those sculptors. Okay, some of you were. I'm not saying you guys were Michelangelo, but some of you were really fond of sculpting, and you got a lot of appreciation for that. Yeah, but at the same time, like connection with your spirit was very strong. And those, like the questions you had regarding your spirituality, religion was the only place where you could look for some of the answers, and you started walking that path. Then you have this card of authority figures, okay? So, authority figures may have bothered you a lot, in the sense that when you would ask questions, they would like, no, don't ask too many questions. This is done this way, and you have to do this. But as a creative person, you often wanted to try out different ways. So it looks like authority figures in this Greco Roman era were suppressing your voice. Okay. And that is why we'll see your like present lifetime cards later, but I'm getting in this lifetime also your throat chakra is probably not balanced. You don't feel comfortable expressing your opinions confidently, especially in front of authority figures. The interesting thing is there's so much going on in this lifetime. You also got the farm, okay, which shows that, okay, I'll keep this card here. Farm is showing that probably you have a great love for animals. In the Greco-Roman era also, you were probably staying in a farm. But anyways, like I think the farm card is what it's trying to say that yes, you have love for animals. Okay, you feel very connected to any kind of animal, even though you're not keeping pets and all. And you're not keeping pets probably due to fear again of your parents or your partner, because like the authority figures is coming in very strong here that you are submissive, okay? You will probably give your way because you don't want to mess with authority figures. That is something probably you've carried in this lifetime. You got seven cards, right? So your final card is the angels, which is very beautiful, guys. Ah, so the angel card is showing that two things, okay? For many of you, you have angels that are continuously with you. So I'll just give a little background. We all have angels and spirit guides with us all the time, but usually it requires our free will. We have to say that, okay, I like out of my free will, I request my angels to help me with this thing. Okay, then only they can come and help. For most people, it's like that. But for some people, their angels and guides are so powerful, so strong that they know, like even before your birth, they know you will need help, and that is how things are set up. And you don't even have to call them, they are there continuously. You know, if you're taking a wrong turn, they'll push you in the other direction. It has happened with me. So, yeah, like that, your angels are always with you. But for some few of you, I'm seeing that after this Atlantis lifetime, you yourself spent a while as being guardian angels for other people who were taking birth on earth. Birth on earth. Sounds like a rhyme. That is so beautiful, guys. And this happened, yeah, yeah. So you yourself were like angels guiding other souls for a really long time. For some of you, that is very strong. And that is why when you were finally born in the Greek Roman life, again, I think that was to work out the trauma of that, seeing the destruction of Atlantis. Yeah, that is very interesting, guys. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, because there's so many pieces that are coming in here from your past lives, that you guys were spiritually very advanced in the Atlantis period, but you saw some destruction, corruption that caused trauma. You spent time as angels for others. For others of you, you immediately took birth in the Greco-Roman era. Eventually, all of you took birth, like in this particular lifetime that we are talking about, in this Greco-Roman era. But you guys were simplistic. You lived in a farm. You connected with animals and stuff. You connected with nature, but you were highly creative. Like so many gifts. Do you guys see that? Spiritual gifts, creative gifts, connection to animals, um yeah, and just being connected to the divine all the time. The only fear you have, I think you're carrying from all these experiences, is the fear of authority figures that is probably blocking your throat chakra. Okay, now let us see this other cards, how it is affecting your present life. So many cards. Okay. Uh, okay, so first you have this death card. Now, death card usually means you have gone through massive transformation in the past 2 years. That is what this card usually means. That may be true, but some of you, I'm seeing the idea of physical death also bothers you. Okay. Of course, physical death scares everyone, every human, every average human. That is nothing new. But I think it bothers you. You probably go into thinking, uh, yeah, I'm feeling that fear. What if I lose my parents? What if I lose my partner? What will I do on my own? That kind of fear of death bothers some of you. I'm seeing that, okay? But for almost all of you, you have gone through a massive death like transformation in the last 2 years that have changed your personality a little bit, that have changed your likes and dislikes, that have changed how you interact with people. Okay, I'm seeing that. Then you have the Eight of Cups, which is showing that in this lifetime, after this massive transformation or whatever it is, you developed a wisdom of walking away from things that do not serve your growth. So the Eight of Cups is showing that this person has a lot. He has 8 cups, but he has understood that all that glitters is not gold. So you are, because of this high spiritual knowledge that you had in previous lifetimes, you can easily differentiate between what is very glittery but hollow inside, and what probably looks shabby but it's like very valuable. You guys can do that. So you have that gift. Like shady people, I shouldn't be saying this, but no matter how sweet people are to your face, you can pick up their shady energies like this. But maybe there are other people who are not talking to you that much, but in their heart they are like really caring, and you can count on them in times of need. So you are walking away from fake stuff, okay? Even though they are shiny, even though people are saying that, oh, this is so great, but you know what you are worth, you know what others are worth, okay? And yeah, that is, I would say, a gift that you have accumulated from your immense spiritual knowledge. You can easily differentiate. You're very energy sensitive, okay? That's how I'll put it. Ah, okay. Then we also have the Three of Pentacles, okay? This Three of Pentacles, this I'm reading a bit differently this time because this Three of Pentacles, you are seeing this guy standing in a church, and there are two people who are more wiser than this guy, and they are trying to tell him that this is how you should do it, which exactly matches with the authority figures card in your past life. So again, I think we already discussed this, which the Three of Pentacles is showing, that in your workplace, whatever you try to work on, you always feel that your voice or your ideas is not being heard. Probably they are giving excuses of your inexperience sometimes. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry, guys. I'm not well, and I probably shouldn't be taking on so intense energies right now. But coming back to your reading, yes, like we were saying, authority figures still bother you a lot. You do not feel heard in their presence. And that is something you're struggling with. Whatever work you want to start, you want to do, you have this fear. Like, I have ideas, but I don't know how to communicate, and I'll probably end up following their ideas, which were bad in the first place anyway. And if everything fails, they'll blame me. This is coming in very strongly for some of you, okay? Oh, you got 7 cards from this deck also, okay. So then you have the Hermit card, which is again saying the same thing, that you probably, the Hermit and the Eight of Cups are saying same thing, that since, like, I think the problem in this lifetime is with your communication, especially if the person across you is authoritative, very dominating, you tend to recoil. You don't bother going into a debate or discussion with them. You will recoil, okay? And for some of you, you have recoiled so much that you don't know how to go out and socialize anymore, because your subconscious is always reminding you of that trouble you may get into if you just have a discussion or a debate. Sometimes you may want to point out nicely to people that this is not right, but your mind is just going crazy telling you, are you sure you want to do this? What if this person misunderstands you? What if this person hits back at you like that verbally? So that's why you are in this hermit mode of being on your own. But all that is going to change, guys. Now is coming the good part. So this was like the pattern you were carrying from this past lives. But for you, honestly, I'm seeing this is just the only thing. Because the other part is very beautiful, that you have also carried forward from your past life. You've got two queens, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. These two queens are easily the most, I would say, compassionate, spiritual, creative. Wands is totally creative and spiritual energy, which I think was coming out strongly for you. Remember, you got the arts, the spirituality, religion. So that's why Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups is coming very strongly for you. Okay. They are both compassionate, but at the same time, the Queen of Wands, especially, is very creative. She has many ideas about, and like if you see the cat sitting at her feet, also shows that she's very independent. But at the same time, she does not need to shove it in people's face that, oh, I'm independent, I can do things on my own. She'll just do stuff on her own. And yeah, she doesn't think about like proving herself so much. She's not doing anything to prove herself. Things just flow through her. And the Queen of Cups, like I said, is very compassionate, very loving, very nurturing. The good part is, since you have this energies, now for most of you, I'm seeing that haven't probably started a family yet. But once you do that, you got this Ten of Cups. It'll be a very, very happy family life that you will have in this lifetime, okay? Your kids will love you, your partner will adore you, and you will get a lot of support. Remember, the only problem that you're struggling with is how to get your point across authoritative figures, and your family will help you in that. They will love you so much, they will probably counsel you. Their love will slowly give you the confidence, and that slight what should I say, problem will naturally dissolve. So yeah, I think you have brought both beautiful gifts and also a little bit of drawback from this particular lifetime, like from the Atlantis to the Greece Roman. uh, I'm seeing more gifts than trauma, because you have this gift of creativity, gifts of connecting to the spirit, gift of being like very detached in a positive way. Okay. Here, the hermit, I'm actually seeing it's a very positive thing. Like, yeah. But this lifetime, probably you already went through a massive transformation phase, which the death card is showing. And now your energy radar is very much on point. So there are, even if there are authority figures, or I'm seeing just work colleagues and stuff still bothering you, it's not a big deal, because your home is a very happy place. And if you haven't seen this already, because I'm seeing for some of you, you are not married or you're not living with a partner yet, once you start doing that, but your parents are also very supportive, okay? um, yeah, if they weren't being, they will suddenly start being supportive, because you are now stepping into your power of being both the Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. So I think this is a very beautiful reading, guys. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. I'm requesting you, please leave a comment on what resonated, what didn't, what are your thoughts that came while hearing about your past life. If you have suggestions of, asking different questions in like this past life reading, I could do that in the future. I really need feedback for this reading, so do leave a comment, and please share it with your friends who like similar content, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just remember, this is a timeless reading. You can come back and choose a different option later at some point of time if there's something else that is bothering you, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Okay, so that is all I have for you. I'll see you again in my next reading. Till then, lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, let me quickly put these cards back. Okay. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 3 or pile 3 viewers who chose this yellow mini Buddha. Let me keep this aside and let us see which past lifetime, okay, is affecting you right now. And sorry, guys, today's readings are being very intense. So, what I'm doing is I'll put 6 cards from this past life oracle deck just to get the maximum information possible about this past lifetime that is affecting you right now. And then I'll pull 6 cards again from this Rider-Waite tarot deck to see like what are the blessings that you are carrying from that lifetime to this lifetime. What is the trauma that you're carrying from that lifetime to this lifetime, and how you are going to release it, because that's why we care, right? Ultimately, like, why would we even care about past lives? If there's something that's blocking you, uh, you should be able to release it. That's my intent for doing this reading. Okay, guys, so 3 more cards, please. Angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, please help option 3 or pile 3 viewers receive maximum information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1 more card, please. About this past lifetime that is affecting them right now. And right now, by right now, I mean like this year and plus minus 2 years. Okay, now let us take Rider-Waite tarot cards. 6 cards from this deck too, where we want to see how it is influencing this lifetime at this point. And by this point, I mean this year plus minus 2 years. Total, it's like 5 years. Thank you. Yeah, one by one, please, Spirit. Otherwise, I get really confused. 4 more cards, please. Thank you. Thank you. 2 more cards, please. Guys, please do leave a comment on whatever emotion is being generated inside you. Please leave a comment after you see the reading. Specifically for this particular reading, I'm requesting feedback because I'm also doing it for the first time. And yeah, some feedback would be great. If there are specific questions you would want me to ask Spirit next time I do a past life reading, I can do that as well. Okay. Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. Now let us dive into your reading. We will see your past lifetime first. Aha, aha. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, guys. Where do I start? Let me start with the era that you were born. So this lifetime that we are talking about is the biblical era, okay? Where I think the biblical era is when Jesus Christ was there on earth, or just before he was born. I think 3, 4 generations before he was born, the biblical era. And like, people used to have different types of professions than we have now, right? Like stone cutting, wood cutting, stuff like that to earn their living. You also got this card, male, female, which is very interesting. So this card means whoever is watching the reading now, if you are a male in this particular lifetime, you're probably a female. For those of you who are watching right now, if you're a female in this lifetime, in this biblical era, you are probably a male. So it was the opposite. That is what the card is saying. that whenever you are watching this, whatever your gender is, in this particular lifetime, the gender was opposite. I hope I'm clear. Okay. And what that causes is, immediately I'm getting that you probably, forgive me saying this, okay, and you think about it, just don't get mad at me. Most of you probably are not very comfortable with your physical body because you had a different gender that you resonated very strongly with in this lifetime. So it can happen two ways. For some of you, it can cause you to not like your present gender. For some of you, it can be the opposite. Like you feel as if you want to protest, you want to make people understand what your gender is going through. Okay. Yeah, you do not feel appreciated enough in your gender. You feel like the opposite gender should appreciate this gender more. And all these comes because you were a different gender in that lifetime. Let's see the other cards. You also have the card farm. Okay, this is very interesting. So in this biblical era where you were when you were born, you probably connected with animals a lot. Okay, you probably had your own farm. Maybe it was small or something, but you would take animals out to graze in the field and you had your own set of animals. And that is probably you still see in this lifetime. You feel a close connection with all kinds of animals. You don't feel fear. Even if you're not keeping pets at your home, you don't feel fear around animals. You feel okay because you were connected with animals very strongly. And probably your profession was involving animals. Yeah. I can't believe. So, some of you may have been confused whether to choose option one or option three. If you were confused, you can go and check option one also because maybe both the life it was a that is a different lifetime, but some of the characteristics of the lifetime time are same. Okay, that's why I'm saying. But if you were sure that I was choosing option three, then this is what spirit guides want you to know. But if you were confused, you can go to option one and check that as well. So you got the health card. So something must have happened in this lifetime, in this biblical era. The spirit guides are not showing us what happened. In the option one, they clearly showed what happened. But here they're saying something must have happened due to which your health suffered. And that memory of ill health, some of you are carrying in this lifetime. In this lifetime, you may have some chronic health issues that probably is not like sabotaging your work or anything, but they are still like uncomfortable to have. Okay. And you wish like they weren't there. That way you would probably be more, you would probably feel lighter and all. But for pile one, it was very intense. Yeah. Their health issues are like that is actually stopping them from going out and living their life like that. Yours, I'm not feeling so much, but you still have chronic health issues, okay, which is coming from this memory of this particular past lifetime. Then you got these two cards, which is why I said, like, I think it was pile one or pile two. Now I forgot. You got the spirituality and religion, and you also got this high priestess card, which is showing, like, both these cards are showing almost the exact thing that the biblical era you were spiritually very advanced, you wanted to connect with the divine, and you were probably successful also. But at that time, probably there was no difference between spirituality and religion. An organized human religion probably was the only place where you would go and find answers related to spirituality. I'm feeling very drawn to draw one more card, even though I said I would draw six cards, because I really want to know, Spirit, what is it that happened that caused this poor health, or if it was natural or anything. Any extra information that gives clarity about what happened with pile 3 or option 3 viewers in this lifetime. Okay, thank you. Oh, you got the baby card. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, no, I wish I hadn't asked. So, the baby card means two things, guys. Now I'm seeing it all. For most of you, your inner child could not express itself because, yeah, because of the times, okay? And your inner child had to seriously suppress, and you, like at a very small age, you had to take the burden of the world and all that. But for others of you, I'm so sorry to say this, you probably suffered loss of a child, or you probably saw your child going through very difficult stages, which is why you suffered this poor health, okay? Which affected your health. Seeing your child go through some negative things are never easy, not in any lifetime, in any era, okay? And that took a toll on your health, okay? So, sorry guys, you had to go through that. But I'm sure in this lifetime, things will be different. You probably will overcome things. So, let us see the cards for this lifetime. How are things being affected? Oh my God, you got the High Priestess card for this lifetime also. Can you believe that, guys? So, this is clear, direct transmission of gifts from this life, the previous lifetime to this lifetime. This is a first, okay? So, both High Priestess. Or maybe I'll keep it in the middle. So that both cards. So, High Priestess, you were a High Priestess then, you are a High Priestess now. And that means you are strongly connected to the divine. You are crazy intuitive, guys. Please trust your intuition. I know people get bored of hearing this message, but you guys are very powerful, very strongly connected to the divine. And you have to believe that, okay? If you don't believe it yet, you have to believe that. Because, yeah, you are the first pile that got this high priestess from both. And that kind of emphasizes that message. Like your spirit guide is screaming, this is your gift. Use it in every aspect of your life in this lifetime. Oh my God. In this lifetime, you you also got this Two of Pentacles, okay? The Two of Pentacles it's very similar to pile one. It's just that pile one was more intense and you guys are not that intense, I would say. So Two of Pentacles is showing you are now in this lifetime, you are trying to put your gifts and your drawbacks, whatever you have carried through, in balance, okay? You are not letting the drawbacks consume you. You will let your gifts shine because, guys, you have plenty and plenty of wonderful gifts. You got three queen cards and one king. You got the Queen of Wands. You got the Queen of Wands. You got the Queen of Swords. And you got the Queen of Pentacles. So who is the only queen missing? So there's swords, wands, pentacles. What else is there? I'm having brain fog, guys. Whatever, whichever queen is missing is fine. But having three queens means you're all, the Queen of Cups is missing. And I can so clearly see why the Queen of Cups is missing. The Queen of Cups is overly compassionate, very nurturing, very compassionate. But you don't have that in you because something happened with your child. So this time your subconscious is blocking that over compassion thing. They're telling you, no, 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 no need to be so compassionate. You will end up hurting yourself. Instead, these three queens energies combined together is like you're a massive, you are very focused in this lifetime on your goals. Queen of Swords, if I'm allowed to say this, is a badass. Okay? She's a badass woman. She doesn't care what people think about her. She will give it back exactly the way she gets it. She will not settle for less. Queen of Pentacles is this entrepreneur. She's very sharp. She does not take hasty decisions. She has her vision fixed on a goal. No matter how much time it takes, she'll achieve it. And it'll be financially flourishing. Okay? Queen of Wands is like the actual, like, capable of doing actual magic. She's spiritual, she's creative, she's like flooding with creative ideas. She's very independent also. So all these three queens put together shows that beautiful. You have brought more gifts. At this point, all these gifts are being activated in this lifetime for you. So I would say pile three or option three, this is a very exciting time for you guys. Connect to your divine. If you don't have any practice of connecting to your inner self, divine means something which is sitting inside, the purest part of our entity that is sitting inside. So you can connect by meditating, you can connect by being in the nature, taking nature walks on your own. Just don't go with a friend and spend time chatting. Okay, that's not um, pure connection. Just go for walks into the nature on your own, spend time in nature on your own, or you can write about your thoughts, every thoughts that's coming, and that way also you will develop greater awareness. This is very exciting, guys. I cannot tell you how much power you have been given by the divine in this lifetime. The only thing that is blocking you is that absence of Queen of Cups, and that is because you suffered. You saw your child go through something. For most of you, for others of you, your inner child was suppressed. An inner child, like, children are very, like, compassionate by nature. Okay, they're sensitive, I would say. So that sensitivity you are blocking. You don't want that sensitivity. Your subconscious does not want that sensitivity in this lifetime, so that you don't end up getting hurt and getting derailed from your mission, from your purpose. Okay. But I think your spirit guides are helping with that, with this Two of Pentacles. They are trying to bring into balance your strengths and weaknesses. And your final card is the beautiful King of Cups. The King of Cups, I'm feeling for most of you, will be either a partner or a parent or a child. Yes. This King of Cups is definitely not you. It is a person who complements you. Because remember, this Cups energy is the only thing you are missing. And this person will bring that, will bring so much love into your life. It can be a partner, it can be a child also, okay? Because you suffered something from your child, and probably it's the same child spirit that is coming back in this lifetime. For some of you, I'm seeing it's actually a child. They love you so much, guys. And for others of you, it will be a partner. They love you, okay? And it's the king, remember? It's like he is emotionally very stable, but at the same time, he's very nurturing. No matter how much love he gives, his cup is never empty. He will never be unstable. He will treat you like you are the most precious diamond. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. There's so much love I'm feeling, guys. It's beautiful. Option 3, pile 3. I don't know what else to say. I will now summarize the reading. Uh, like, your past life was mostly uh, very, very beautiful in the biblical era. You had lots of spiritual gifts at that time. You were connecting to the divine, but you were probably a different gender than you are right now. So, but still, you were connected to animals. You probably worked in a farm, but there was some trauma with a child that caused you to suppress some feelings, and that ultimately affected in poor health. Okay, but in this lifetime, but it wasn't that bad. Okay, so in this lifetime you probably have some chronic I don't know, asthma or something like that, which bothers you sometimes, but it doesn't get too bad. And asthma, I just gave an example. I really don't know the names of all kinds of diseases or health conditions, but yeah, I would say health conditions that get triggered by fear. Okay, that is what I'm getting. And that's because you have to see your child suffer and all. But in this lifetime, you have mostly carried forward the gifts, okay? In all your present lifetime cards, no drawback is being shown. Even if you have health conditions in this lifetime, your spirit guides are helping you how to balance that with your strength. Because all I'm seeing, guys, is strength, strength, strength. You are the high priestess. Like, I'm seeing there's a massive divine feminine, like there's a goddess almost sitting inside your being. Okay. uh the only thing that's blocking the manifestation of the goddess in her entirety is like that small block of compassion, nurturing, because your subconscious is afraid to feel hurt again. But another person will come along. It will be either a partner or a child. For very few of you, I'm seeing a parent or parent in law, whatever. That person will fulfill that gap. And together, you guys will be very complete, I would say. Yeah, complete. Okay, more power to you guys. You have a lot of power in this lifetime. So never tell yourself you're weak. Just go to the comment and claim your power. Just say, I'm powerful. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me so much power. Remember, you got the High Priestess twice. So use your magic, use your divinity in every sphere of your life, okay? So thank you so much for watching this reading. Please hit the like button if it resonated. Leave a comment. I'm really eager to get some feedback for this reading. Share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember, this is a timeless reading. You can come back after 3 years, 5 years, and choose a different option depending on what you are going through at that point of time. Okay, guys? So, till then, I'll see you again in my next reading. Till then, lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, let me pull the cards back. I'm so glad I'm doing this readings today. So much to learn, and my mind gets blown every time. But yeah, I think today it's getting blown like I don't even know how to complete my sentence. I'm sure nobody's watching this part. I hope nobody's watching this. Thank you, Spirit. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 4 or pile 4, who chose this beautiful peacock. Let me keep this aside and let us see. Oh God, it keeps falling. Sorry, guys. Let us see which past lifetime you need to know about right now. I apologize, guys. I'm not very well today. I haven't been well for a while, but it's like spirit guides really wanted me to do this reading today. They woke me up yesterday in the middle of the night. Yeah, that is a story for another day. Spirit, what is it that pile 4 and option 4 needs to know regarding this particular lifetime in the past? So we'll take 6 cards from this past life oracle deck to get maximum information, okay, about this particular lifetime. And then we will take 6 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot to see how that lifetime is influencing your current state in the present lifetime, okay? And by current state, I mean like it's like this year and plus minus 2 years, okay? So total 5 years. Like this year, 2 years in the past, 2 years in the future, like that. That is the rough idea. Thank you. Let me see how many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Now let us take Spirit. What is it that pile 4 or option 4 has brought forward from this particular lifetime? What are the blessings? What are the gifts? What is the trauma, if any? And how they are going to release that? Please provide the guidance. Two more cards, please. One more card, please. So if something is not clear, I'll probably ask for clarify cards again because I'm also doing this for the first time. And so far, it has been very intense and very interesting also. So you guys are the final pile. Let us dive into your reading. Let us see your past life cards first. If you guys were confused between choosing pile 2 and pile 4, you can go and see the pile 2 reading as well because there are many similarities. But if you were not confused, if you were sure from the beginning, pile 4, then just stick to this, okay? Because the intensity level is different, but there are some similarities. So the first similarity is for pile 2 also, there were two lifetimes that were coming through. Okay. So probably there are some experiences from both these lifetimes that are affecting your present. So let's see one by one what it is. So one, you got the Atlantis. Okay. So the Atlantis, most people will say it's a mythical place that no longer exists, but spiritual people in the spiritual community, they will say Atlantis was a time and was a place and a particular time where human beings were more evolved spiritually, um, intellectually also more evolved than we are right now as a species. Okay. In Atlantis, there was no greed, there was no corruption, there was no crime, and there was lots of financial abundance. Like if you Google, you will see like houses are made of gold and stuff like that. Okay. And it was a beautiful place and time to be. But eventually, some corruption crept in. I don't remember the story that well, so you guys can Google it. But what happened was some corruption crept in, and just then people started cheating each other, hurting each other, harming each other, and eventually, like nature put things into order, and this whole beautiful city of Atlantis was engulfed by the sea or the ocean. Okay. So that's why there's no trace anymore. And that's why there's a huge debate whether it actually existed or it's just mythical and all that. So we won't go into all that. What has come into your reading, you were probably among a more evolved human species. Okay. Uh, in the sense that spiritually you were very advanced, you were not limited by your physical body, you could connect to spirits, you could connect to the divine, and you were on a mission to the divine and everything, which is why you also got this wisdom card. Okay. So all your, in this current lifetime also, people probably tell you you are very wise from a very young age. Okay. Or even if people do not tell you, you feel that, okay, this is very obvious for me, and these guys are like 20 years older than me. Why isn't it obvious to them? You might have feelings like that because you have this massive wisdom that you're carrying along. But what probably happened, like normally when human beings are that advanced level, they don't need to come back. But you were probably traumatized by the destruction of the Atlantis. And when trauma gets trapped, we usually have to take rebirths to release that memory of trauma. And that's why you were born again in this Native American time or Native American lifestyle. So, by Native American, usually the picture that comes to my mind is Northern America, where Red Indian tribes there. But this Native American card usually says that it can be part of being any indigenous tribe in any part of the world. Okay, so it need not be necessarily the Red Indian. There's so many of you watching this. Uh, but like the common thing is this lifetime you were part of this indigenous tribe, and so probably you had this additional wisdom of how to connect with animals through signs, through sounds. Okay, I'm getting that. Yeah, because you have this wisdom. You had wisdom about a lot of things. Like you could see at the sky and you could say, okay, it's going to rain 3 days later. You have that kind of wisdom still in your subconscious. Because indigenous people have that. They still have that. Some parts of the world, like they don't have technology or anything, but yeah, they still live a good life. I personally think their lives are more peaceful than ours. Probably a bit scary because they have to hunt and all, but yeah, that's from our perspective. Coming back to your reading. So, this is the other lifetime. But in this lifetime, your profession was a scribe or a writer. So you were probably, scribe means journalist or something, or a writer, just an author or something. Again, for you loved writing, okay? Let's summarize it that it doesn't matter what your hierarchically where you were positioned, but you loved writing. You expressed your emotions through writings, and uh, very strongly it was your profession also. But yeah, I don't think like if you were part of an indigenous tribe, there were newspapers and all. No, but you were probably the, since you have this wisdom. Yeah. I think you were like the pioneer in your tribe because you had so much wisdom. You were probably teaching them, yeah, how to write things down, like maybe on barks of trees or on leaves or stuff like that. You were just teaching your community that writing really helps. It can help people like down posterity, right? And yeah, that's very cool, guys. You were pioneers in teaching people how writing anywhere helps in passing on information from one generation to another. That is very cool. Huh. Same problem. So you had, so you have this card of authority figures, okay? So authority figures, whenever this card pops up, it means like since you were a pioneer, you were doing something which nobody in your community has ever done before. You got into conflict with authority figures who were not comfortable in their ideas being challenged. They wanted to stick to the same old way of doing things, okay? And they probably troubled you a lot. You also got this monk or nun, and also spirituality and religion. This is very interesting. So, the spirituality and religion card has popped up today, I think, in all the piles, which shows that all of you who view tarot readings are connected to your spirit. That is why probably you are here. Who believes in past lives, tarot readings. You are spiritually a little more advanced. Okay. Um, by advanced, I just means you are more connected to your spirit. You don't need to. You don't need other people to tell you that, oh, this is this and this is that. You already know. You have an inner knowing. And the monk or nun card is showing that the way you approached spirituality at that time is by probably being something which is analogous to being a monk or nun. So you also have authoritative figures, which makes me think that there were spiritual leaders in your community who did not approve of what you were doing. They probably thought you were going against that organized religion, whatever that was in their definition. That is strongly coming through, okay? And they kind of forced you to follow rules you did not believe in. So, in this lifetime, you may feel a bit suffocated whenever there are too much rules, too much discipline. You are like, ah, I'm, I'm running out of breath. You may feel like that in the present lifetime. Overall, if we just summarize this past life part, I think you are a very wise person, even in this lifetime. And all this wisdom is coming from this Atlantis lifetime, where human beings were very evolved. And you have all that wisdom in your subconscious. But you also brought in some trauma of seeing destruction. And that trauma was carried over in this Native American or this indigenous tribe lifetime, where again you could not deal with authority figures who, especially under the garb of spirituality, forced you to follow certain things. You are a spiritual person yourself, and you just couldn't reconcile these two very differing ideas of spirituality. Your idea of spirituality was to be free, their idea of spirituality was to bind everything, and they were leaders, authoritative figures, right? So, this was what was happening in this lifetime. And we will now see the other cards, how it is affecting your present. I'm feeling very strongly since, like, whenever this authoritative figures pop up, God, I really can't believe how is this even possible? You got many cards which is similar to pile two, and trust me, guys, when I put back the cards, I don't even put them together. I'm like putting them in different places. For many of you, I think you were confused between pile 2 and pile 4, so go back and see piles 2. But there are some elements that are different here, okay? So the authoritative figures, problem with authoritative figures is clearly being shown by this Three of Pentacles. Here you see this guy in a church who's trying to work, but there are two people who are wiser than him, who are probably more experienced than him, who are probably hierarchically in a higher position than him. And they are probably giving him feedback regarding his work. And this guy feels he's being criticized. His voice is being not heard. His ideas are not being considered seriously because of his lack of experience. Something like that. Okay. So clearly, in this lifetime, also, you struggle with people who are like your boss, your manager, even your work colleagues. Okay. You struggle with that. Okay. Also, watch out for this is like a card that Pilot didn't have, but you have. Seven of Swords. Okay. Seven of Swords is really like, probably this has already happened. Like you did some work, other people took credit for it. Other people took credit for your ideas. Or you are trying your best to elevate a person, and when that person gets what he wants, they come and stab you in the back. Yeah, in this lifetime, there are shady people around you, and I think they are coming like from that Native American lifetime. The people who are trying to suppress you because you were such an original thinker. You were teaching people, your tribal people, how to write and all that. So, these people, again, probably in different forms, are around you in this lifetime. They are like energy vampires. Many of them will just steal your energy just by talking to you, okay? But some of them are actually stealing your worth. And you have already faced that because the Seven of Swords and Three of Pentacles together is just clearly showing me somebody stealing your ideas, stealing your work, taking credit for the very hard work you have done. Probably all this has happened already. If this is still happening, be very, very careful, guys. Don't share your ideas, no matter how trivial it seems to you. Do not share it with anybody. I'm saying with anybody, okay? Even if you share with your parents, you don't know, somebody else might come and your parent very innocently might just say, oh, my child is going to do this. And that person will steal that idea and do it something and take credit. If it makes you feel any better, I've been dealing with Seven of Swords energy all my life, guys. I'm very sick right now. Even I should not blame anything, but just dealing with the Seven of Swords energy. Don't be afraid. When you are connected to the divine, that is your greatest gift. The Seven of Swords people and situations are like just small mosquito bites. They can only, sing in front of your ears or cause little red patches on your skin, nothing more. They won't be able to do anything else. So you have nothing to fear. but do not share. Definitely do not overshare. This is something I'm learning also. I have a just very, I get excited very easily and then I share everything. And then, yeah, I get swarmed by the Seven of Swords energy. So that is something I'm seeing this lifetime you are going through. But then there's lots of good news, okay? I gave you the bad news first. This is the only thing, only drawback or only hurdle that has come to you from your past lifetime. And your angels will help. You can ask for help because remember, you are very spiritual. You were in the Atlantis, so you have all that spiritual wisdom inside you still. So they probably can, these people can probably delay your progress, but they cannot stop you. Because then what do you have? Beautiful. The last four cards are really beautiful, okay? And forgive me if I'm overexcited on your behalf. You have this Two of Cups. Two of Cups shows a beautiful exchange of love, loving energy, love, compassion, positive encouragement. For most of you, it is a partner. I was almost going to sing, but I'm not. For most of you, it is a partner who will love you so much. The Seven of Swords won't matter. And they'll probably help you in nabbing all this shady energy people and just have them out of your way. For many of you, it could be a friend also. Okay. For some of you, it could be a business partner who like who you will feel very intellectually motivated to work with. Okay. So it'll be a balance. So this is a good thing. I think this was happening probably in the last 2 years, and now it's changing, and I'm confidently saying it's changing because you've got the Fool card. Okay, the Fool is a beautiful tarot card because it means new beginnings. The Fool signifies new beginnings. So definitely what was happening so far, that energy is changing. With the Fool energy, you are like, I don't care anymore what happens. I'm going to embrace everything that comes my way. And that gives you power. Okay, this freedom gives you power. You guys may travel also, okay, in the next 2.5 years. It might be within your country, within your state, but yeah. But more than the travel, I'm seeing like this energy of a new beginning where you are not afraid anymore, where you don't even care if somebody, because you have so much yourself. If somebody's stealing one or two things also, it's like, let them be. They're unfortunate that they have to steal. Like that is your attitude, the way it is changing right now. I have so much. I'm so grateful, divine. And okay, they're stealing. Poor thing. They probably lead very unfortunate lives. Like that, your attitude will be. Because you have, I'm showing both this card, this beautiful Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is financial abundance overflowing. Okay, an Ace of Cups, like Ace card is again a new beginning, which is exactly going with the Fool card, and the Cups is exactly matching with the Two of Cups because Ace of Cups is showing a new beginning where you will be emotionally fulfilled. Okay, like your cup is overflowing. There's so much love. There's so much love all around you that your cup is overflowing. And you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which shows that with your partner, with your kids and everything, you will not only have an emotionally fulfilled life, but you guys will be rich. Okay. You will have lots of money, guys. Don't worry about money. I think all the wisdom that you have collected through these two past lifetimes, mostly coming from the Atlantis, and also being that pioneer in this Native American lifetime, I think you have brought forwards more gifts than trauma. I wouldn't even call this trauma. It's just a small block that you cannot clearly express. At least so far, that was the problem. You were not expressing clearly what you want, and people were taking advantage of that, and they were stealing your energy, your credit, or something. But all that is going to change with the full energy. There is a new beginning, which is like really starting from a clean slate. You have like let go of that need to control. You're like, let me experience what I'm destined to experience. Your attitude is like that. And with this Two of Cups, there will be an equal exchange of energy with somebody. It could be a life partner, it could be a business partner, it could be a friend. That will bring lots of stability, okay? And they will, in a sense, protect you also from the shady energies. Even if you cannot identify the shady thing yourself, they'll be the one, oh, no, 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 don't go there because this seems a bit off, okay? Like that. Anyways, your partner and you will create lots of financial abundance and emotionally also. I think Spirit brought you to this reading because definitely the Ace and the Fool are saying, screaming, in fact, you are ready for a new beginning. Whatever memories you have of the past, release it, okay? Write in the comment, I release everything from my past that does not support my growth in the positive direction anymore, okay? Just claim that. And once you release, um, and I think spirit is helping you a lot, and you guys have, your subconscious has that wisdom to just release everything that does not serve you anymore, and then you embrace this beautiful energy of being emotionally fulfilled, of going out there, uh, fulfilling your adventurous spirit also, and at the same time being very, very abundant financially, okay? This lifetime you are meant to have a very happy, fulfilling life on earth. This is very beautiful, my dear pile 4. I think, yeah, you guys deserve this. I'm very happy and very excited for you guys. Do invite me to party when you're in this 10 of Pentacles stage, okay? I'll be here on YouTube. Just kidding, guys. But I'm very happy for you. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. I'm specially requesting a comment for this reading because this is the first time I did this kind of reading, and I would really love to hear what you felt while you were going through this, what resonated, what did not resonate. If there are additional questions you would like to ask next time I do a past life reading, things like that, okay? So do leave feedback, some feedback, and please share it with your friends if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. Lots and lots of love. I'll see you in my next reading. Till then, take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.